Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and this is another episode of The Composition. And today is Monday, October 19th. Whew, what a very interesting weekend. How was y'all's weekend? Mine was very interesting. There was a lot of just like heavy energy just off of my own choices that led me to a point of frustration, and when those particular moments happen, because it's very hard for me to stay in that moment for a long time just because I will automatically default to watching or listening or doing something that would bring me out of that mode. And it was just when you're like pushing and you're just all like, all right, I'm pushing, I'm promoting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you end up perceivably um, with not making your goal, you know. And that was a lot of the frustration that was going on, and now it's just, a combination of things. And so, I'm feeling a lot better though. It's Monday, it's a whole new week. I was diving into some studies yesterday, especially when it came to human design, me being a projector. And it's like with projectors, we almost have to do the complete opposite of the majority of the people. It's like the majority of people, boom, put out all these different things and push, and for us it's almost like the complete opposite. It's like we don't push, we attract. And if we try pushing, it pushes further away the goal that we're trying to get. And it's weird, and I'm still trying to understand it and just not be in situations where I feel desperate. So that's a lot of what I was diving into. And so, it's very interesting. I came across like a couple of things. So there's a lot that's going on. There really is. And so it's really an interesting time. Wrote I made a beat and wrote a song and recorded it called The Secret, and I'm pretty excited about that. So, that happened today, and I got a little rough draft, and I was like, oh yeah, it's going down. And what's going on here? So, oh goodness, man. So, I want to say, I guess the title of this is "Quit Giving Rappers a Bad Name." And the reason why I want to say that is because recently there's a rapper who bragged about getting rich off of unemployment benefits in a music video, arrested for a $1.2 million scheme. So I'm just trying to think on what makes you think that that was a good idea. Not only did you do it, but then you rapped and made a music video for, I don't understand where in your right mind that you thought you wasn't going to get caught, man. Like, and what's aggravating about this, and several people that have been doing this, because you could say, what I mean, there's definitely a couple of ways that you could go about this as far as trying to justify, we got a particular president, which I don't know, there could be a couple of scams that he's done. We know like America's history when it comes to certain things, and for the disenfranchised, but it's just all like, this was not the way to go about it, bro. Like, it just wasn't. I don't know what, I know things are just in this weird space, but you have politicians and stuff that are just holding up certain things from happening, and they're taking their time as far as getting employment to the people, not employment, but benefits to the people. Apparently there's supposed to be something going on this week that they might actually confirm something before the election, but that's the type of stuff that if that were to catch wind to Trump or all of them, they're gonna sit up there and make things a lot difficult for people, and that's what's unfortunate because we already, as being black in America, are already stereotyped into some ridiculous stuff, and to dive into that stereotype, it just does not, it's not a good look. It's just not a good look. But we'll see what happens with that. He's not the only one, and it's not like the only people that are committing fraud is black, but it's ridiculous. But in other news, there's some interesting stuff going on. So I was sent a article, and this was apparently and this is like, I'm not trying to say, so I don't want this to sound disrespectful or anything, but a Mexican allegedly found a Nazi coin from 2039. Now, this post goes back, I'm seeing 2018. There was one that I saw that dated back to, I don't know if it's the same thing. Let me double check. And it looks like. So there was one as far as December 17, 2015. It was and this wasn't the same one. So this one was very, very interesting. So apparently this is proof of some type of parallel universe and different things like that. And it just makes me think, there's there's definitely experiments that have been going down, and Nazi Germany did a lot of freaking experiments. But what was very interesting was just seeing this after I just earlier last week I watched this movie called 2067, which had to deal with time travel, and that was very, very interesting. And then hearing about this is very interesting because it's just all like, all right, well, how is that even possible? Like, how in the world are you finding a coin from 2039? And then not only that, it's a Nazi coin. It's a Nazi. That's so random. Like, it's so random. Like, did they come back sometime? This is only 19 years from now. Like, it's very, very interesting as far as just thinking about that. There's also some information about apparently there was a scientist says life was found on Mars in 1976, but NASA decided not to explore further. So that is very interesting. So more than 4 decades ago, 2 U.S. space probes landed on the surface of Mars equipped with a series of experiments. The craft then began searching for evidence of life on the red planet. And according to scientist Gilbert Levin, they found what they were looking for too. So why hasn't NASA been shouting from the rooftops about this monumental discovery? And so it goes on to, on the next page, to say, ever since the first investigation of Mars in the 17th century, people have been preoccupied with one question: could there be life on the distant planet? Even today, finding proof that we're not alone in the universe remains the holy grail of countless researchers who spend their days looking into the stars. And from the 1960s, NASA has been leading the race to answer the conundrum once and for all. So this was from a it was found on Yahoo News, but this is an Atlantic Mirror post. So, that's very, very interesting. There's a lot that's just going on. There's a lot that's going on. 2020, I think, is going to really end out on a high note, but I feel like that high note it's going to be a very, very high note. And I think it has to happen just because of all the lows of this year. So, we'll definitely see, but I just wanted to get this podcast done. Hope y'all are doing gravy. Again, this is Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. And if you like this or you just want to support what it is that I'm doing, then definitely go to the description or go to dabtro.com/shop. Go ahead and pick up a couple of things. It would be greatly appreciated. We got t-shirts, we got books, we got CB Dizzle, we got services. Did I miss anything? We got albums at mrcomposition.bandcamp.com. New single Lift Us is out with an accompanying lyric video that's out as well. The lyric video is a little kind of like vlog from my trip to Japan back in 2018, and it's got the lyrics going through it. It looks pretty dope, so make sure to check that out. Again, this is Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. Peace.